Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to today's game between the Rochester Junior Americans and the Power C Bruins. Amerks look to take the ice against the team that they won against last year. They're going to win it all again. We'll see you at game time. And ladies and gentlemen, here come the Junior Americans. Coming off a win against the Aces. Gonna get another one here in Power City. And against the Parker. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We got Junior Americans looking to get underway here in just a minute or two. As they look to take the ice against the Power City Bruins. He's cutting out. Minute 25 till the Rochester Americans face the Power City Bruins. One of the best teams in the conference, the Amerks, have a 17 and 11 and 0 record. Across the lake from the Falls, the Amerks looking to get a win. In Power City, Amerks, Bruins next. Center ice face-off start to get underway for these two teams after the handshake. Green sheet of ice across the balls. Howard City, New York. Amerks. Bruins. Next. Captain Contractors is the proud sponsor of Rochester Junior Americans for this game. Here we go. Puck drops one away as the Bruins win the faceoff. They'll come out with it. In the Amerks zone, trying to get it out, and it's offsides on the line. Bruins go offsides. Already putting on the pressure on the Amerks. And we're back underway here. Bruins winning the faceoff, moving into the Amerks zone, trying to push them off the puck, and they do. Bruins still regroup with the puck. 14:49 to go. Just started this one. Amerks need to get out of the zone. They do. Back up with Pylon. Pylon pushing it through the middle of the ice into the Bruins zone. Amerks with Pylon, the quick shot, going up and nearly deflected in by his own teammate. Bruins try to bring it out of their own zone. Back to Mantell from the point, trying to get it into the Bruins zone again. But Lincoln Kane trying to get back to the puck. Back to the neutral zone with Vincent. Vincent to Pylon. Pylon moving quickly through the middle of the ice and into the Bruins zone, but the Bruins intercept the puck and push it back to center. Into the Amerks zone is Mantell. Harrison Mantell, quick pass to Josh. Bruins through the middle, trying to put it into the Bruins zone. But the push it around behind the Amerks net. Vincent with the puck, pushing it up to Rossi, and they'll try to get there, but he can't in time. Back to the Bruins, trying to regroup, and gets the puck off the stick, taken away from him. Mantell trying to get there in time, but the Bruins try to regroup and bring it out the zone. Back to Lawton from the point, keeping it in. But the Bruins, through their own line, trying to get the puck, and they do get to the 17. Pushing it through the zone, no icing called. Back to Nathan Dias, coming off of an injury. Dias pushing it up and out the zone. Back to Rossi. Rossi couldn't get there in time, looking a bit tired. Might need to go for a change here in a second. On down the ice, and it's an icing on the Bruins. Still zeros on the board with 13:18 to go in the first period. Face off in the Bruins zone. Amerks trying to get the face off, but it's tied up. Schneider trying to push it in for Lawton, but it's brought back to the Bruins, and they'll try to bring it out the zone here. Didas along the boards, trying to push it into the Bruins zone, and they get past number 53 of Lentz. Bruins trying to regroup. Jameson Pylon keeps it in. Pylon trying to get a stick on it, but it's brought out to the neutral zone for the Amerks with Burritt. Burritt trying to get there in time, lets him right through, and he'll try to get it out the zone, but back with Rossi. Rossi trying to push it through, not in time. Bouncing puck, Didas trying to get there. Didas moving through this neutral zone and into the Bruins end. Pushing it in front of the net. The quick shot covered by the goaltender. Amerks firing on all cylinders of the ice. Trying to put up an opportunity. Line change comes out. We're set to get underway. 12:30 to go in the period. Puck not run away. Tied up. Back in front of the net. Back for Vincent. Vincent pushes it in front. And the Bruins try to regroup, bringing it out the zone with the cap. Through the neutral zone into the Amerks end. Back for Mantell. Mantell has it top of his own left circle. Pushing it to Rogers. And Rogers will try to bring it out the zone now. Rogers up the ice to the middle. And back to Devane. Into the Amerks zone. Or the Bruins zone. Pushing it back in front for Jordan. Jordan trying to get the puck. But the Bruins might regroup and take it out. All the way down the ice for an icing on the Bruins with 11:50 to go in the period. Face off tied up there. Amerks come out with it. Rogers trying to get to the puck back for Jordan. Bruins pushing it behind their own net. Deacon through with the 25 back to the 17 for the Bruins, but the Amerks keeping it back with lead that's Rogers, who gets pushed down there. The Amerks trying to get back to the puck. Pushed back into the Amerks zone. No icing called. Vincent trying to get there. Amerks having a bit of trouble in this first period. Pushed back in front of the net, and the Bruins might have a lane to shoot the puck. They do. Back in front of the net, the shot, and they score. The Bruins off the rebound in the back of the net for Bruins, and Amerks go down by 1 early in this one. Amerks looking a bit tired in this one. Face-off underway here. Bruins winning the face-off with the Amerks come out with it. Back for Burritt. Burritt pushing it in front to Lincoln Kane. Lincoln Kane pushing it to Mantell, and Mantell moving it through the neutral zone and into the Bruins end with a quick shot going wide of the net. Back for Jameson Pylon. Pylon pushing it in front, trying to get to Mantell, but it's brought up and out the zone. Pushed back to center ice, back for Lincoln Kane. Kane trying to get there, and has a lane. Lincoln Kane moving it into the Bruins zone. Through the board, top of the left circle, back for Mantell. Mantell pushed back for Pylon, back in front of the net, but the Bruins trying to get it out, and it's nearly kept in by Burritt. Burritt pushes it, trying to get to the Kane, but the Bruins come with it in their own end. Pushing it back up the ice, neutral zone for Didas. Didas trying to get to Burritt, back to Mantell. Mantell to Kane, and Kane might have a lane. Lincoln Kane with a quick shot, going wide and covered by the goaltender. 10:26 to go in the period. One nothing Power City at this point. Face-off set to get underway, and it is. Puck Josh, Power City comes out with it, with the number 32 behind his own net. Pushing it around his net. Back up the ice, and they have a 2-on-1 the other way for Power City. Pushing him off the puck's line, but the quick shot goes wide of the net. 23, pushed it back in front of the net. Back off Mantell, and there's another shot. Trying to cover it is Eldrin, but comes out with it is the Amerks. Rossi fighting for it along the boards. Good fight. Gets it to Lawton, but can't bring it out the zone. Back for Vincent. Trying to get it out, and Rossi finally gets it to Lawton. Throw it out the zone. Neutral zone, back to center ice. And they'll try to push it into the Amerks end here. Back for Rossi. Rossi moving up the ice through the middle. Back to Lawton. Lawton trying to get there. No icing called. Back behind the net. Rossi trying to fight for the puck. And it's kept in. Back to the point. Amerks tried to get there, but it's a 3-on-2 the other way. Amerks can't get back. Back to the point. The shot right into the glove of Calderon. 9:23 to go in the period. 1-0 Power City. Face-off coming up in the Amerks zone. Back underway here. And the Amerks come out with the face-off. Push back into their own zone with Didas. Didas trying to get it out. It's back to the 91 of Thorpe. Thorpe trying to get it to Rogers, but it's down for an icing. With 9:05 to go in the period. Amerks have a big face-off coming up. Face-off underway here. Amerks trying to get to the puck. Back with Thorpe. Thorpe pushing it to Rogers. Rogers moving up the ice quickly. Back for Jordan, trying to get there. Neutral zone for Thorpe, trying to get to the puck. Brought back into the Bruins zone. Rogers might have a lane to shoot the puck right off somebody in front, pushing the puck in front of the net nearly. Rogers top of the left circle, trying to get the puck. Back for Nathan Titus, tries to get there, keeping it in as Thorpe. Behind the Bruins net, trying to get to the puck is Jordan. And the Bruins will try to bring it out of the zone now. Pushing it up, and they might have a 2-on-1 opportunity here. Thorpe trying to get there. Nice lane. Brought back behind the net. Thorpe. Back for Jordan. Trying to push it out. Doesn't know what to do with the puck. Back to the point. The 53 with a quick shot. The deflection right in front of the Amerks net. That's a dangerous opportunity taken away. Back in front again. The 25. Another Bruins. Pushing it in front of the net. Amerks intercept that with Ditas. And now another pressure the other way for the Amerks. Moving in through the middle in front. And offsides is called. 7:55 to go in the period. Buck Johnson, we're back underway here. Mantel back trying to get the puck. Neutral zone, bring it through the middle, and it's kept in. Amerks try to get it out of the zone now. Jamison Pylon moving. Jamison Pylon moving in. Backhand, forehand. On the backhand, pushing it in front of the net. Goes wide. Behind the net comes the Amerks. Pushing it back in front again. Back for Pylon. Pylon, oh, the shot. Couldn't get there in time, going wide. Back around, pushing it in front again. Trying to get there, and they're all tied up in front. Back for Pylon. Trying to get the puck going wide again. Bruins regrouping in their own zone. Trying to keep it in, but it's all the way down the ice. Going wide, and that will be icy. Line change for the Amerks and the Bruins. 7:11 to go in the period. Here we go. Amerks spinning the face-off. Trying to put the backhand in front of the net. Power City comes out that one. Trying to keep it in Schneider. Schneider does. Pushing it in front of the net. The rebound there for Rossi. Couldn't get there in time. Good stick out of the puck. Keeping it in. Rossi threw him. Trying to. And couldn't get there in time. Bruins trying to bring it out. Nearly do. Back for Rossi. Through the middle is Lawton. Lawton back with Schneider. Has a lane to shoot the puck and goes wide. Schneider. Top of the right circle comes to meet. Fighting for it along the boards. Back for Lawton. Lawton pushing it back and forth for Rossi. Has a lane. The shot right into the glove of the Power City goaltender. Back in front of the net. Burt trying to keep it in. Power City racing for the puck, and it's brought out of the zone. Into the middle of the ice. Gets pushed down. Trying to get back there in time. It's Thorpe. But Power City brings it into the Amerks zone. Back for the Bruins, and the shot goes wide of the net off the deflection. Off of an Amerks player. Back for Ditas. Ditas trying to push it in front for Rogers. But Ditas gets it back and pushes it back for Jordan. Jordan, 2-on-1 the other way. Thorpe. Jordan, the quick shot in front. The rebound there. Couldn't get in time. Back in front. Another one. Wrap around attempt for the Amerks, and it's pushed away by the Bruins. Back to center ice through Burritt. Trying to get there in time. Pushed out of the zone quickly, and offside calls. 5:38 to go in the period. Amerks, too many opportunities. Got to connect on one of those. Someone has to find an open lane to shoot the ball. Here we go. Face off underway. 5:38 to go in the period. 1-0 Power City. Amerks trying to bring it out the zone. Back in front for Kane. Goes right through him, and Power City has a lane the other way. Power City moving through. Trying to get wraparound attempts here, but it's taken away by Vincent. Vincent trying to push it through out the zone, but back to the point. Bruins with the shot. Deflected away. Back for Lincoln Kane. Kane moving through one. Trying to get through two. Gets through two. Pushes it back in front for Jameson Pylon. Pylon back to Mantell. And Mantell might have a step here. Quick shot. The rebound right there. And it stopped. 5:06 to go in the period. Nice shot by the Amerks trying to get on the breakaway. Couldn't connect on that in time. Here we go. Face off underway. Tied up. Amerks trying to come out with it, and they do it. Lincoln Kane. Kane trying to get a shot off, but the Bruins bring it up and out the zone. Push back in front to their teammate, but it's off the referee. Back through Kane and behind the Amerks net. Amerks trying to bring it out of the zone. Back in front now with Jameson Pylon. Pylon moving through. Pushing it back in front for Kane. Kane might have a step here. Passing it in front of the net. Going wide of the entire net. Back from Mantell. Pushing it in front for Pylon. Pylon couldn't get there. Back in front for Mantell again. Mantell has a lane. Backhand in front, and it's a glove save by the Power City goaltender. So many opportunities. Not one in. Face off underway here. Amerks trying to come out with this one, but it's pushed behind the net. Schneider trying to get the puck, but the Bruins will bring it up and out the zone. He's tripped up. No penalty called. And it's pushed to the neutral zone for Ditus. Ditus trying to bring it in smoothly with Schneider, but it's brought back up and out. Back for Burritt. Burritt, no icing. Behind the Amerks net is Burritt. Burritt trying to push it in front. And he gets it finally up and out the zone. Goes right through him, and an icing is called on the Amerks. One to nothing Power City. To this point, Amerks out shooting them by many, but not one has gone in yet. Face off, set to drop, and here we go. 3:55 to go in the period. Amerks trying to get the puck, pushed behind the Power City net. In front, nearly an opportunity there, but Long trying to get to the puck. Top of the left circle. In front of the net, back to the point. Schneider trying to bring it out, pushes it back for Rossi. Rossi moving through. Rossi's a breakaway. Yeah, Rossi moving through. Gets the lane. The shot. Oh, and it's wide of the net. Pushed back in front again. Long trying to get there. Back for Burt. Another shot from the point. Rossi trying to get there in time, but it's back to Lawton. Lawton, another quick shot up and over into the glove of the goaltender. And Power City goalie really keeping him in this one. .322 to go. Amerks still down by a goal. So many opportunities. Can the Amerks get one here? Face off. The Bruins come out with it though. And this is not good. They come back the other way. Vincent moving through. Taken away. Nice pass. Thorpe trying to get out of the zone, but stepped in by the backhander with the Bruins. Lions for the Bruins. Trying to get to the puck, but it's back to Thorpe. Thorpe trying to get it, but it's back to the point for Schmoen. Back in front of the net, taken away by Vincent. And it's back for Jordan. Jordan moving through the zone, pushing it back in front for Thorpe. Thorpe trying to get the puck. And it's kept in. Trying to push it out. They do. Back from Mantell. Mantell trying to push it back to Rogers. He does. Through the neutral zone. Back in front, no offsides. Rogers moving through. Trying to get there. Not in time. Bruins. This is a dangerous opportunity the other way. They might have 2-on-1, but it's taken away by Mantell. Mantell trying to push it off. And it's offside. 2:30 to go in the period. 1-0 Power City. 2:30 to go in the period. Face off in the Amerks zone, trying to tie him up. Burritt with a good fight there, trying to get out of the zone, and they do. Burritt, wonderful fight, bringing him through the middle of the ice, back for Mantell. Mantell might have a break here. Mantell, shot in front of the net, into the glove of the goaltender. 2:13 to go in the period. Amerks, so many opportunities, only one goal in for the Power City Bruins at this point. Here we go. Face off underway. Back for the Amerks. Ditus on the point. The shot. And it's deflected away. Trying to get out of the zone. They do. And he's tripped up. Fighting for the puck along the boards. Trying to push it back in front of the net. And it's brought out by Mantell. Mantell might have an opportunity, but it's taken away by the Bruins. Pylon keeps it in. Jameson Pylon through his legs. Trying to get there in time, but it's taken away again. Bruins moving it up through the middle and out the zone. Power City might have an opportunity here. Back with the 0-0. Moving through with Ditus. Trying to get there in time. It's Kane. Pushed back in front of the net. Jameson Pylon pushed it back in front to Mantell. Mantell through one. Trying to get through two. And he does with Lincoln Kane. Back with Kane. Kane on the backhand. In front of the net. The shot. The rebound. Pylon couldn't get there in time. And they'll push it up. Keeping it in the zone is the Amerks with Vincent. Trying to bring it out is Mantell. Through the middle, and it's offsides from the Amerks with 1:09 to go in the period. One of these shots have to go in for the Amerks. And the face-off is underway. Amerks come out. Trying to push into the Bruins zone. Back for Lawton. Lawton might have an opportunity. Couldn't get there in time. Kept in with Jameson Pylon. And it's through the middle of the ice. Back for Mantell. Push back in front again for Vincent, who keeps it in the neutral zone, going through his legs. Keeping it in is Rossi. Rossi along the boards, trying to move it through. Back for Liam. Couldn't get there in time. 42 seconds to go. Mantell trying to get to the puck. Pushed around the back of the Amerks net. In front for Vincent. And they'll push it in front of the net, but it goes wide. Back for Schneider. Schneider trying to get it out of the zone. Goes through. The Bruins will try to keep it in. Through his foot. And there we go for Mantell. Mantell pushes back for Rossi. Gavin Rossi trying to get there in time in the middle, but not quite. 16 seconds ago. Now 14. Rossi trying to move it through, and he does. Gavin Rossi has an opportunity with 9 seconds. Through the middle. Trying to have an opportunity in front of the net. The rebound there for the Amerks. Backhand, last one of the time, and they couldn't get anything going. That's the end of the first period. Amerks down by 1, heading into the second. Second period set to get underway in just a moment. Amerks had hot opportunities on the other side of the ice. The Looker shut down the Bruins. Second period set to get underway in just a moment. Puck drop. Second period is underway. Tied up for the faceoff in the middle. Back for Burritt. Burritt trying to move it through neutral zone. Pushing it back for the Bruins. Trying to keep it in. It's through the center. Amerks trying to get back with Ditus. Ditus trying to move through one. And the Bruins have an opportunity in front of the net. Here we go. Lifts on the shot. Rebound there. Pushed down by Burrett. Pushing it back to Rogers. Rogers trying to get out the zone. Pushing it back in front for Thorpe. Thorpe trying to get there. Breaking up that pass, or any opportunity for a pass. Pushing to get back for Burrett. Burrett, neutral zone. Pushing it through center ice, trying to put it in the zone. Nothing going on there. Bruins, in their own end, trying to push it. Bring it out, and they do. Back in front, Burrett trying to get to the puck. Burrett pushing it up for Thorpe, but the Bruins keep it in. Dangerous opportunity taken away by Burrett. Pushing it out the zone quickly. And it will go right into the stick of the goaltender. Not racing for it. Burrett couldn't get there in time. And it will be brought out the zone through center ice. Covered by Caldron. With 13:40 going in the period. 1-0 Power City. Amerks need to step it up here. A very back and forth game. It's off set to get underway here. And it is. Puck drop for underway. Back in front for Pylon, pushing it through. And the Bruins will keep it in. Another opportunity in front of the net. The shot off of the shoulder of Caldron. Amerks trying to bring it out with Jameson Pylon. Pylon pushing it through. Back to Mantell. Mantell moving through. Center ice and into the zone. Back for Lincoln Kane. Lincoln Kane trying to have an opportunity here, pushing it in front of the net. But it's through Mantell. Keeping it in. Mantell for the point. A quick shot. Deflection going wide. Back for Pylon. Pylon pushing it in front of the net, going wide again. Back for Lincoln Kane. Kane trying to get there. Keeping it in. Back for Kane. Is Mantell. Pushing it back to the point. And the Bruins trying to bring it out, but Jameson Pylon trying to keep it in. But it's through him and goes to the neutral zone. Back for Mantell. Mantell pushing it through for Lincoln Kane. Kane through center, whipping on the puck. And now here's Jameson Pylon. Pylon moving through. Couldn't get anything going. 12:36 going period. Back for Jameson Pylon again. Pushing it in front of the net. Opportunity breaking up there. Lincoln Kane. Another opportunity. On the backhand. Pushing it in front. Nearly. But taken away by the Bruins again. Back in front for Mantell. Pass is broken up. Pushing it through. Vincent trying to get there in time. Back to Jameson Pylon. Trying to bring it out of the zone is Henry Vincent. But it's back for Lincoln Kane. Brought the pass to Vincent. Back to there, and it's offsides. 12:02 to go in period. Amerks still trailed by a goal. Puck drops were underway. Amerks tied up for the faceoff, but they come out of it. Back for Burrett, pushing it back up to Schneider. Schneider moving through. They have an opportunity in the lane. A quick shot up and over. Rossi trying to get to the puck in time. Tripped up. No penalty call. Back for Gavin Rossi. Rossi pushing it in front of that. Rebound there. What a save. The goaltender tracks the puck with 11:44 to go in the period. Nice read there by the Bruins goaltender, the number 74. Still 1-0 Power City. Puck drops back underway. Amerks trying to win the faceoff, but the Bruins trying to come out. Back in front of the net. Moving through, but it's back for Lawton. Lawton pushing it back to the point, and there's nobody there. Now pushing it through, moving it into the Bruins zone. The 53. Moving it through center ice, back for Burrett, trying to get there in time. Might have an opportunity here in front. Amerks trying to get back. Breaking up that pass opportunity. And Burrett's trying to get out of the zone. Back for Lawton. Trying to get to the puck. Push back in front of the net. Rebounds there, but it's taken away. Amerks pushing it up with Schneider. Back for Rossi. Rossi moving through center and into the opposing team zone. Rossi trying to get a stick on the puck, and he does. Pushing it back in front of the net. Hard hit into the boards. Gets tripped up there. Trying to get back to the puck. Same team, but they couldn't get back with the puck as Bruins bring it up. And through the zone, they might have an opportunity in the lane to shoot the puck. Quick shot into the glove. Rebounds there, taken away. Pushed back to the point. Amerks trying to get it out. Bouncing puck taken away by Mantell. Pushed back to the point for Schneider. Schneider trying to get there in time, but the Bruins come out with it. 10:32 to go in the period. Moving through. Has a lane. Quick shot in front. And he scores. Weird angle. Gets another goal. Right through freaking everybody, and you can't get anything going. That's 2-0 Power City. 10:24 to go in the period. Amerks need to make something going. Get something going. Puck drops, we're underway. Push back to the point for Rogers. Rogers moving through. Might have a lane for Thorpe. Couldn't get there in time. Back in front of the net for him, and it's another quick shot saved opportunity there. 10:10 to go in the period. Nothing is getting past this number 74. Another one back in front of the net. Trying to get there is Jordan. Around the back of the net. Pushed in front. Not in time. Push back for Vincent. Vincent from the point. Pushing it back for Jordan. Couldn't get there in time. Trying to keep it in the zone. Keeping it in. Back for Jordan. The shot back and toe save. Keeping it in the zone is Rogers. Rogers pushing it in front. Back for Jordan. Jordan back to Mantell. Mantell from the point. Quick shot going into the number 12 for the Bruins. And they'll try to bring it out. Kept in by the Amerks. Back in front, and the Amerks will try to bring it in. Quick shot again by Jordan. Tipped away. Again for the Amerks. Trying to make something happen. A jolt of energy to Thorpe. And a penalty coming up on the Bruins. And the Amerks right out of the power play for the first time in this game. Amerks on a minute and 30 power play. As the Bruins are up by 2, this is crucial for the Amerks. Trying to make something happen. Puck drops and we're underway in the power play. Bruins trying to bring it up and out the zone, but it's kept in by Burritt. Burritt pushing it to the point, and the Bruins will regroup with it behind their own net on the penalty kill. Push back to the point for Kane. Kane trying to get there. Back to the point for Burritt. Burritt, quick shot. In front, going wide and taken away from him. Jameson Pylon trying to get there. Push back in front for Lincoln Kane, and is bouncing puck up and out. Back for Burritt. Burritt, quick shot. Redirect, and it's saved. Brought back to the point. Might have a breakaway here. Gets pushed down. Back in front, going wide again. Back for Mantell. Mantell trying to get the puck out the zone on the power play. Nice hard push there, and Lincoln Kane brings it out. Lincoln Kane. Opportunity the other way. Moving it through. Back for Burritt. Burritt trying to get there in time, but it's back for Lincoln Kane again. Kane moving. 8:20 to go in the period. Lincoln Kane, top of the left circle. Quick shot in front. Weird angle. Couldn't get anything going. Back through and into the Amerks zone. 20 seconds to go on the power play. Amerks down by 2. Here we go. Back underway here with 20 seconds to go in the power play. Push back to the point. Mantell trying to get something going. Get in front of the net. Going tip wide. Around the net for Rossi. Pushing it back in front for Schneider. Trying to get there. But it's back for Mantell. Mantell back for Vincent quickly. 7 seconds to go. In front of the net. Quick shot. Back for Rossi. Moving through. Trying to get there, but not in time. And the power play expires. Back to the point. Vincent in front of the net. Quick rebound. Rossi scores! Rossi on the rebound. Hits it home, and the Amerks get a goal back. Couldn't get it done on the power play, but they keep it in the zone, and all that fighting gets them a goal back. $7:39 to go. Amerks get a goal. Rossi. Here we go. Puck drops. We're back underway. Here, Rossi trying to keep it in the neutral zone, bringing it into the Amerks zone, but it's brought back. Back for Schneider. Schneider opportunity in front. Schneider. Right out of the lane. Rossi. Quick shot. Off and over. Back to the point. Trying to get it out. It's kept in. And now it's finally brought out. Back to the point. Neutral zone in the middle. Back for Schneider. Schneider moving into the zone. Schneider through the zone. Quickly moving in. Another shot. Couldn't get there in time. And Rossi gets back to the puck. Trying to get there. Trying to keep it in at least. But it might be brought out here, and it is. With the Bruins. Trying to bring it out, and they do. Back to Schneider. Back for the Amerks with Mantell. Mantell trying to get the puck back for Rossi. Rossi moving in again, looking for a second in the game. Another quick shot into the glove. 6:42 to go in the period. Amerks couldn't get it on the power play, but Rossi gets the first of the game for the Amerks. It's still 2-1 Bruins. They're down by 1. Face-off coming up in the Bruins zone. Here we go. Face-off underway. Back for the Amerks, trying to get the puck. And it will be jumped inside. No icing called. Back in front of the net, kept in by the Bruins. Amerks will try to push it out with Catherine Thorpe, and she does. The Amerks bring it up the ice, back with Rogers. Rogers moving through the zone quickly, pushing it in front of the net nearly, but it's taken away by the Power City Bruins. Trying to get back in front, but it's not back for Burritt. Push back to the point. Rogers will try to bring it out, but it's brought back into the middle of the neutral zone. Amerks trying to bring it out now. Jordan pushing it in front, back for Thorpe. Thorpe might have a lane to shoot. Gets tripped up, no penalty called for some reason. Push back around the net, and it's wide. Back in front again for Jordan. Rebound, save. And the Bruins trying to get it out, kept in by Ditas. Ditas keeps it in again. And it's finally barred out. Near breakaway, but it's pushed away by the Amerks. And he might have a step here in front of the Amerks net. Bringing it up and out the zone. You can see the tiredness. Back behind the net, Amerks trying to get it out. Push back in front. Open lane to shoot. And off the pad. Oh, down to run. Trying to get it out now. It's kept in by the Bruins. Open lane to shoot the puck. Another shot. Right on. The rebound. What a save, but never mind. Now it's in the net. (3-1) Power City. Amerks trying to get something going, but they couldn't get it out at all. Here we go, back underway. Puck drops. 48 to go in the period. Byline moving through. Sorry, I couldn't get the dot. Steady. And it's pushed back into the Power City zone. Back for Lincoln Kane. But the Bruins are trying to break it out here, and they do. Back for Vincent. Vincent trying to get to the puck. Pushing it back in front to Mantell. Mantell moving it through. And he does. Trying to get there in time. Back for Kane. Kane whips on the puck. The rebound's there, but Power City tries to bring it out. Kept in by Mantell. Pushed from the point in front. Right into the glove of the goaltender. 4:15 to go in the period. Amerks down by 2 goals again. Here we go. Back in front, Rossi trying to get to the puck, but it's brought around. Back for Jordan, trying to push it in front of the net, but the Bruins trying to bring it out now. Kept in by the Amerks, and now, just for a second, they'll keep it in, but the Bruins will finally bring it out the zone. Jordan trying to bring it out, but the Amerks, it's a tough task here against one of the best teams in their division. Back for Vincent. Vincent pushing it through. Whips on the puck behind the net. Another opportunity in front again. And the Amerks can't bring it out. This is not good. And now here we go. Schneider gets tripped up nearly. Might have an opportunity. Jordan! Opportunity in front of the net. Jordan! Oh, and he couldn't beat the goaltender. Three minutes and 23 seconds to go. 3-1 Power City. Still a whole period of hockey after this one. Amerks back in front for Kane. Kane trying to push it in front of the net. Couldn't get anything going. Back for Ditas trying to get the puck, but it's brought out the zone. In front for the Amerks, back for Lincoln Kane. Kane trying to move it through, but couldn't get anything going. Back for Burrett. And it's all the way back to the point for Kane. Pushing him off the puck there. Back for Lawton trying to get something going here for the Amerks. And he couldn't get there in time. Bruins try to bring it out. And they do. Might have a step here. In front. Breakaway for the Bruins. Power City. And here we go. Clouds coming out of his net. Good try for the rebound there. What a save by Caldron onto his body. He's keeping his team in it. What a stop. Puck's going to drop in the Amerks zone, and the Amerks going to face off back with Lawton. Lawton trying to get it out in front of the net. Couldn't get there in time. Bruins trying to get the puck. They do neutral zone, pushing it back in front. Rogers trying to bring it out, and they do back for Lawton. Lawton in front of the net, pushing him down hard, and a penalty coming up on the Amerks. Schulten down with an injury. Not looking to feel good here. But the Amerks can't take that penalty. Down by 2. This can't be good. Lawton heads to the box for a minute and 30 seconds. Amerks on the penalty kill. Power City on the power play. Back in front, here we go. Face off, one by the Amerks trying to get it out. Back in front of the net, Mantell trying to bring it out the zone. Back in front of the net, Power City keeps it in, moving through. Maybe opportunity in front of the net here, pushed away by the Amerks. Back for Vincent. Vincent moving through the zone. Vincent back with Mantell. Moves it through. Quick shot. In front. No one off the crossbar trying to go 5-hole. 1 minute to go on the power play. Bruins trying to bring it out of the zone. Kept in by the Amerks. Up. Nearly over. Kept in. Vincent trying to keep it in the zone. Trying to push it in front of the net. Couldn't get anything going there. Nearly trips him up. But Power City moving through the Amerks zone with speed. Keeps a stick on it in front of the net. Power City keeps it in. Nobody at the point. Has a lane to shoot in front of the net going wide. Another one to the point. Pass in front. Taken away. And it's nearly brought out of the zone. Back again. Amerks trying to bring it out with Mantel. 10 seconds to go on the power play. Amerks trying to kill it off. Pushing him against the boards to James Fineline. Mantel trying to get there. And the power play has expired. 48 seconds to go in the period. Keeping it in. Back for Jordan, trying to get out the zone. Pushed in front of the net. Penalty coming up on the Bruins.
Let's go, bro. Let's go.
And there's another shot. And the Amerks will head to the power play again.
Come on, do better. Last game, you guys got too many penalties in the game. Let's go. Let's go. Retaliate. Retaliation.
And it's a 3-minute power play for the Amerks. This power play will go into the second period. Puck drops, we're back underway. Amerks from the point with Schneider trying to get there in time. And the Bruins are going to try to bring out the zone. Back for Bullet. Backhand in front. The rebound! And early deflection in front. Back for the Amerks trying to get the puck. Back to the point again. Amerks keeping in. Moving through. Back for Rossi. Rossi. Shot. And it's wide. And that's the end of the period. Amerks. Nice work. As they will be on the power play. And here we go. Amerks head to the power play. 2:35 to go in the period. The 15-minute period. Amerks down by 2. Power play goal would go big here for the Amerks. They were hot on the other side of the ice. Amerks now shooting from right to left. Left to right, my bad. Face off. Underway in the third. And the Bruins come up with the puck, pushing it back to the point for Schneider. Schneider trying to move it into the Bruins zone, but it's brought out by the Power City Bruins. Maybe a little hook there, but the Amerks trying to get it out. Nathan Ditus trying to get out of the zone, whistling the puck. Back for Schneider. Schneider in front of the net, trying to bring it out again. Lincoln Kane pushing it to the point. Rossi might have a step here, not in time. Gavin Rossi moving it through the zone. Keeping it in. Moving it through his legs. Pushing it back in front of the net. And he couldn't get there in time. Keeping it in the zone is Rossi again. Back for Kane again. Trying to get it out is the Power City Bruins. But they keep it in. Back in front. Put it. Shot. Rebound. Schneider! Wide open net. And the Bruins come back with it with 1 minute and 30 seconds to go on the power play. Trying to bring it out. And in front. Trying to get there. And finally, the Amerks bring it out the zone. On the power play, Lincoln Kane moving through. Trying to get there in time. Keeping it in. Trying to push it back in front of the net. Through his feet. Couldn't get there in time. Rossi trying to get to the puck. But the Power City Bruins bringing it out the zone. Up and out the zone. Mantell pushing it back for Schneider. Schneider has the lane. Has Rossi wide open. In front of the shot. Rebound Rossi. And he couldn't get it in time. Back in front again. Couldn't get there. Mantell from the point. 45 seconds. In front of the net. Shot wide of the net. Rossi trying to get there in time. He's slowing down though. 37 seconds to go. On the penalty kill for Power City. And now here's Schneider. Schneider moving it through. 25 seconds to go. And Power City brings it out. Back for Mantell again. And it's offsides. 14 seconds to go. Power play, 12:39 to go in the period. Amerks still trail by 2. Back in front, here come the Amerks. Trying to push through, and they do. Net will be the Amerks power play. Here we go in front, the Cook shot going wide of the net for the Bruins, and the Amerks power play can't get anything going. 12:20 going period. And here we go in front of the net. Amerks trying to get the puck because the Bruins have it in their own zone. And the Amerks trying to get the puck, but it's brought out by the Bruins and brought into the Amerks zone with 11:54 to go in the period. They're down by 2. Amerks need to get something going. Pushing it around the net, trying to get there in time. Wraparound attempt taken away by the Amerks. Jordan trying to get it out. Push back in front for Rogers. Rogers pushing it through, finally gets it out. Trying to get to the puck, not in time, brought out the zone, and offsides. At the line with 11:29 to go in the period. And here we go. Amerks win the faceoff, pushing it back into the neutral zone, and bringing it into the... Oh, you couldn't get there in time, never mind. $11:20 go in the period. Amerks still trail by 2 goals. Power City still up. My bad from the point. Zaitis trying to get the puck, but it's back to Burrett. Burrett pushing it in front of the net, trying to get there. Not in time, and the Bruins have it in their own zone. Trying to keep it in is the Amerks. Back for Lincoln Kane. Pushing it back to the point for Burrett. Burrett keeps it in from the point, moving in, pushing it in front of the net nearly, but it's brought up and out by the Power City Bruins. Nice job by Burrett there on his stick, as he'll bring it out. Back for Lincoln Kane. Trying to get it out. Burrett back in front of the net for Mantell. Mantell trying to break it out, and offsides called on the Amerks with 10:41 to go in the period. Amerks still shooting from left to right. They're down by 2. Face off underway here in Power City. The Amerks trying to get something going here. Back with Vincent. Vincent pushing it up to Rossi. Rossi moving it through the zone. Gavin Rossi for the Rochester Americans. Moving it through. Rossi gets in his way. Rossi still trying to get to the puck. It's kept nearly in by Lawton. And the Power City Bruins bring it out. Nice job by Lawton there. And Amerks bring it out the zone with Rossi. Rossi trying to push it through to somebody. That's the Schneider. Schneider hits him down. No penalty going on the Amerks. Good job there. Wrap around attempt in front of the net. Quick shot. Rebound. What a save. Again on his toe. Loose puck. What a save. Puck was loose. Come on. Goalie sprawling out to save that one. A 3-1 Power City lead. And puck drops were underway. Vincent pushing it back to the point, trying to get to the puck. Is the Amerks. They'll keep it in with Rossi. Rossi trying to push it in front of the net. Opportunity pushed away. And here comes Power City with the 0-0. Having opportunity with the 59 in front of the net. Quick shot off the crossbar. Rebound there, but nobody's home. Amerks trying to get out of the zone. Rossi trying to get to the puck. Not in time, though. Vincent trying to push it out the zone. Kept in. And the Amerks back with Vincent again. And they finally get it out. Icing called on the Rochester Americans again. No icing. Never mind. Amerks trying to get the puck, but the Bruins bringing it back. Pushing it into the Rochester zone. Jordan, far side, trying to break it out. Kept in by the Bruins. Nice job there. In front of the net, pushing the opportunity away. Schneider in front, pushing it back for Jordan. Jordan moving it through the zone. Might have an opportunity. Speed in the zone. Breakaway in front. Backhand. What a save. And he couldn't get it in time. Another shot back in front. And the Bruins bring it out. Howard City trying to regroup with the puck. Ditus in front. And they'll bring it out the zone. Back with Burt. Puck drops were underway. And here we go. Amerks looking to get to the puck. But it's pushed back to the point. Nearly barred out, but kept in. And finally it's barred out by the Bruins. And here goes Jordan the other way. Back to Thorpe. Thorpe couldn't get to the puck. Whips on it. In front. Thorpe pushing in front of the net. The quick shot. Rebound! And couldn't get there in time with Rogers. Rogers trying to get to the puck. Whiffs on it. Couldn't get there. Back to the point for Burritt. Pushing it into the Bruin zone. Back for Jordan, trying to get to the puck in time. Keeping it in is Bird. Nice work there. Briefly kept in. And the Bruins have it behind their own net. And the Bruins looking to break it out here. And they do. Back with Ditus. Nathan Ditus trying to get the puck. And it's right through him. As the Bruins try to bring it in the zone. Back with Bird. Bird trying to bring it out now. Bird moving through. Might have an opportunity there. Down the backhand, gets tripped up on the penalty coming up on Power City. Woohoo! $7:30 to go. Amerks head to the power play for another minute. Oh! 7:30 to go in the period. Amerks only one goal. They're down by 2. 3-1 Power City face-off underway. Here, Amerks in front of the net. Back from Mantel from the point. Keeps it in. Keeping it in is Vincent. Offsides on the Amerks. 7:21 to go. Face off on the power play for the Amerks, side up, and the Amerks come out with it. Back with Pylon trying to keep it in. Jameson Pylon trying to keep it in the zone. Pylon moving it in front of the net. Quick shot, nearly in, but going wide. Another one in front of the net. Keeping it in. It's Pylon again. Quick shot. And a no save. The rebound for Kane. In front. Pylon trying to get to the puck. Oh, it is kept in. Jameson Pylon again. Moving through. In front of the net for Kane, and couldn't get there in time. Keeping it in again is James Pylon. And he brings it out of the zone. Mantell keeping it in. Pushing it in for Pylon, and Power City tries to come out with it. Kept in by Mantell again. And they'll try to bring it out, and they do. 30 seconds to go on the power play for the Amerks. And here we go, the Bruins with Vincent trying to keep it in. And the Bruins do on the power play for the Amerks. Short-handed is the Bruins. Rogers trying to bring it out. Back to Mantell. Mantell pushing it through, trying to get there for Vincent. And James and Pylon trying to get the puck. And that will be the Amerks power play. Mantell moving it through, though. Might have an opportunity after the power play. Mantell pushing it back to Kane in front of the net. Pushing it to the other team. Keeping it in is Mantell. Nice work there. And Kane brings it out. Mantell. Mantell keeps it in. Back for Schneider. 5:43 to go in period. Amerks trying to get to the puck, but couldn't get there in time. And it's brought out the zone. 5:34 to go in period. Icing called on the Bruins. Face off coming in front of the Bruins zone. .532 to go in the period. Not lots of hockey left to go here. They need to make something happen. Amerks get the face off with Lawton. Lawton in front of the net. Quick shot. And it's wide. And Burritt couldn't get to the puck. It's brought out the zone in a hurry. Burritt trying to get there in time, in his feet. Trying to get there, and he brings out. Trying to push it away, but the Bruins keeping it in the zone. Rossi moving it all by himself, trying to play hero with the puck. Rossi pushing it in front of the net. Quick shot. Schneider couldn't get there in time. Rebound. Oh, and it's wide open, but Zaitis didn't get there in time. Keeping it in is Zaitis. Pushing it to the point. Rossi trying to get there in time. Lawton trying to keep it in. Keeping it in is Zaitis, though. Zaitis moving through. Pushing it in front of the net. Going wide. Rossi trying to get to the puck. Again pushing it in front. Oof. Schneider trying to push it in front of the net. But the Bruins come out the puck. 4:23 to go in the period. Icing called on the Bruins. Face off, set to get underway here. Pushed in front of the net, trying to get to the puck. Back for Rogers. Rogers trying to get there in time, but it's pushed around the net. Amerks trying to get back, keeping it in the zone. Max Rogers trying to get to the puck, and it's behind the net. They couldn't get to it. The Bruins do in time. Keeping it in is Jordan. Amerks trying to get the puck, pushed around the net, and they might have an opportunity to bring it out here. And they do. Back for the point for Mantell. Mantell pushing it up through and bringing it into the Bruins neutral zone side. Jordan pushing it into the zone. No icing called. Trying to bring it out. And Mantell fighting along the boards, but they couldn't keep it in. Back for Jordan. Pushing it through for Vincent. Vincent pushing it up for Rogers, trying to get there in time, but it's brought nearly out the zone. Amerks keeping it through, and it's out of play. 3:23 to go in the third period. Amerks down by 2. So many opportunities in the first period for the Amerks. They couldn't connect on any of them. In the second period, they finally got one, but the Bruins came back with their own goal, and they made it 3-1. Since then, it's been scoreless. Back to the point for Zaitis. Good shot in front. Lincoln King Trying to get there, but it's not from Mantel. Keeping it in the zone is the Amerks, and it's right through Jameson Pylon. Trying to keep it in the zone for Mantel. Trying to get to the puck is the Amerks, but right through him. Might have a breakaway here in front of the net. Quick shot going wide and right the pad of the goaltender for the Amerks. Mantel bringing it out of the zone. Mantel might have speed. 2:52 to go in the period. Quick shot in front, bouncing puck, deflected and saved. 2:46 to go in the period. Amerks down by 2. Need to get something going here. Only goal for the Amerks so far was scored off a rebound by Rossi. Goalie is a brick wall for the other team. Back for Burt. Burt in front of the net trying to get to the puck, but it's Jameson Pylon trying to get there in time. He's pushed off. Back in front of the net, and it's brought out again. Mantel trying to get there in time. Back for Lincoln Kane. Kane moving through, trying to get the shot off, and it's deflected off traffic in front of the net. Keeping it in is Burt. Back for Lincoln Kane. Kane on the backhand, couldn't get there in time as a big stick raised that one up. Lincoln Kane moving through, shot off and over. Trying to go top shelf. Back for Jameson Pylon. Now it's back to Burt. Burt from the point. Quick shot, trying to bring it through, but not in time. And it's back for Ditas. Nathan Ditas trying to get there in his first game back. 2:46 to go. Wait, never mind. It's 1:56 to go in the period. Back in front of the net, trying to get to the puck. 1:43 to go in the period in front of the net. The quick shot again, saved the rebound there. And it will go wide. James Pylon will head to the box. Last 7 seconds of this game. .137 to go in the period. Amerks trail by 2. Empty net for the Rochester Americans as they have an extra man on the ice. Back in front, the shot taken away by the Bruins. Back again for Vincent trying to get the puck back in front for Jordan, pushing around the back of the net. Another one back in front for Schneider in front of the net, back in front. Puck is loose, but couldn't get there in time with 1:18 to go in the period. Here we go, facing off one by the Power City Bruins. It's 1:17 to go in the period. Tripped up there. Nobody calls it. Back in front, Schneider trying to push in front of the net, so it was Jordan. They couldn't get to the puck in time. Amerks keep it in with Rossi. Rossi trying to get to the puck. Back with Jordan, pushing it in front of the net for Lawton. Couldn't get there in time. Back with Mantel. Josh Mantel has an opportunity. Shoot. Puck. And it's over. 58 seconds to go. Back in front again. Pushed away. Put in wide of the net. Amerks will try to get out the zone. 43 seconds to go. Moving through. 3-on-1 the other way for the Amerks. Amerks, quick shot in front of the shot. Oh, no! And now here we go. Bruins the other way. Trying to get back in front. Pushing up away. And they score again. The Bruins on the empty net. 4-1. Power City. .19 seconds to go. Amerks. Again, this was a hard game for the Americans. Rossi got the only goal for the Amerks. 18 seconds to go. Amerks will try and make something happen. 10 seconds to go in the period. back for Ditus in front of the net. Amerks will not get anything going, and that will be the end of the game. Amerks fall to the Bruins 4-1. Four to one, the final score. Amerks fall. Next game will be against the Aces. Next two games will be against the Aces at Power City. We'll see you then. Amerks fall to the Bruins 4-1. We'll see you next time.